And it may say continue this recording in progress. Just hit continue and that you won't lose us. So I want to welcome everybody here today to our monthly fun Zoom event. It's something that Marie and I and Sandy are very proud to be able to do for you and help educate you a little bit more and answer questions when you think of them. So I do want to encourage you to use the chat and use your reaction buttons as you feel fit to do that. And I do want to remind everybody also that this doTERRA is again giving away 50 credits or points that you can use for products to new enrollees. So new people to get their wholesale account started this month with a $150 order, and that would include if they're doing a la carte ordering with the $35 membership fee, or if they're doing a wholesale greatly discounted kit, they can get those $50 of free oils for their account all this month. So be sure and let your friends know this, because this is a great deal. And I also want to let you know that our next two monthly Zooms, so you can plan, will be Saturday, September 11th, which will be the last day of our convention. So we're kind of fitting it in to right before the last of convention is starting. And it will also be October 2nd. And again, it's always 10 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. And so today we've got Sandy, our women's health nurse practitioner, guiding us through a couple of oils. And then Marie, our naturopathic doctor, midwife, nurse, farmer, woman extraordinaire, will guide us through another couple of oils, and then I'll finish things up. So Sandy, let's have you take it away.
Okay, great. Well, today I am talking about spearmint oil, which really has the freshest, sweetest, minty scent. If you haven't tried it yet, you really need to. doTERRA sources our spearmint oil from India, and it takes about 3.5 pounds of spearmint plants to produce one 15 ml bottle. That is a lot of spearmint. Its main chemical constituents are carbone, which has soothing properties, and limonene, which is both uplifting and cleansing. So think about how wonderful it is to have this tool in your toolbox, soothing, uplifting, and cleansing all rolled into one. A fun fact is that back in the Middle Ages, spearmint was commonly scattered on the floor to get rid of rodents and to encourage good health. So take note of that in case you ever have mice that are wanting to take up residence with you. You might be able to make another use of your spearmint that way. You can also, how might you use this oil? I want to really kind of go through some ideas that you may not have thought of. Grab this oil if you're feeling overwhelmed or having a panic attack. Apply 2 to 4 drops to the back of the neck or to the temples. You can inhale it from your cupped hands, as we have talked about in the past, and diffuse it for even more aromatic exposure. For swimmer's ear, apply 2 drops behind the ear twice daily. And remember, we always say, don't put your oils directly in the ear canal, but you've got lots of external ear that you can utilize there that will really absorb and get that oil where it needs to be. So just around the back of the fleshy part of your ear will do the trick. If you suffer from indigestion, drink 1 to 2 drops in your water or swallow it in a veggie capsule. For a colicky baby, apply a drop of well-diluted spearmint oil, diluted in about a tablespoon of coconut oil, and rub it directly on the baby's stomach. For nausea, you can inhale 1 to 2 drops from cupped hands again, or you can rub it directly over your stomach. For muscle aches, massage 1 to 2 drops diluted with fractionated coconut oil over your achy muscles and feel the relief. And start every day with a fresh mouth. Swish 1 to 2 drops in water as a mouthwash, and then you can avoid buying commercial mouthwash. You're gonna love that. You can add 1 to 2 drops to a dessert, a drink, salad, or an entree for flavoring, and to also promote healthy, good digestion. And ladies, for heavy menstrual flow, apply 1 to 2 drops over the back of the neck or the abdomen, and you can also diffuse it as well for added benefit. Believe me, spearmint will become a staple in your home. Now, besides stocking up on spearmint this month, I am beyond thrilled that doTERRA has brought back Harvest Spice just in time for fall. This one is called the Gathering Blend. It's described as a cozy, inviting blend, which is really a perfect description. In this blend, doTERRA combines the sweet and spicy of cassia, clove, nutmeg, and cinnamon, the soothing of cedarwood, and the fresh and the uplifting aroma of eucalyptus. You can enjoy this by diffusing this delicious blend daily and experience the rich, grounding aromas of a season of giving thanks. And FYI, Harvest Spice ran out pretty quickly last year when it was available, so don't wait if you want to add this to your home. It's truly one of my favorite diffuser oils in the fall and the winter. It just feels like the holidays, which I love. Now, I have a couple of super easy DIYs for you to try. First is my awesome tub and shower cleaner spray. So to a 16-ounce spray bottle, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of your On Guard concentrated cleaner. Again, this is another one of those staples that once you've got it in your home, you're going to find lots of ways to use this. So 2 tablespoons in your bottle, and then you're going to add 7 drops of each of these oils. So spearmint, lemon, eucalyptus. It seems like I've been talking about eucalyptus a lot the last couple months. And tea tree. Add those to your bottle and then add 1.5 cups of your white vinegar. And that's pretty much going to fill, I think it came just about to the shoulder of my bottle. Put your spray top on, give it a shake. Again, I always tell people, put your little cap stickers on your bottle. And I also put a bigger sticker telling me that it is my cleaner spray, just so I don't confuse it with other things that I spray around in the air. Spray it on your tub, shower, tile, faucets, your glass shower doors. Let it sit for at least 30 minutes and then scrub if needed, and then rinse with hot water. And heads up that you should not use this on granite or marble, as the acid in the vinegar may cause pitting to those natural stones. You will love the fresh, clean scent of that. And the fact that it is a clean, non-toxic cleaner makes it all the better. And it works super well. Now, my second oil idea is really simple, but you're going to love how you can use this all through your house. I got the idea when doTERRA has given us plaster holiday ornaments in the past. Instead of putting them on my tree, I put them in my closets. So if you don't have some of those from those past holiday gifts, go to the craft store. They have all kinds of either plaster, or you may find terracotta ornaments in all kinds of shapes. I've got a star, I've got this little dove. So then you're going to just hang it right on a hanger like this. And what I do is I lay it sideways, and then I put like 5 or 6 drops directly on it, kind of watch it absorb into that absorbent material, and then go ahead and hang them in every closet in your house. Spearmint actually is one of my favorite scents because it just kind of makes the whole closet smell really wonderful and fresh and clean. But as the holidays come out, I really like to put the harvest spice in my closet that's right near my entry doorway. So anytime people walk in my door, they're going to get a really wonderful, fresh, clean scent as soon as they walk in my house. And I like to keep a bottle either in or near one of those, any of those closets where I've got those hanging. So whenever I'm in that room and I think of it, I will go ahead and add more drops and just refresh it. So I hope you love these. You're really going to love them. And they take advantage of our August special oils. So with that, I am going to go ahead and pass you along to Marie, who's got some more oil wisdom for you.
There we go, trying to unmute. Sorry about that. Good morning, everybody. So nice to see everybody's beautiful faces. I love this. So with the past year or so that we've all been through, I think the two oil blends that I'm going to talk about today, particularly with some of the news that we've seen this week, are so perfect. I'm really excited about them. One is Motivate and the other is Stronger in the new oil. So I'm first going to talk about Motivate. It comes in this roller blend. It's so easy to apply on our wrist, pulse points, over our heart. And sometimes I even go like this, one swipe just on my upper lid, because upper lid would be here, upper lip would be here. Then I get to smell it as I'm moving around. So I think people with all the changes and everything are kind of in a little bit of a funk. So I'm going to focus on with school right around the corner. It also, we have this kids collection I'll talk a little bit about, so we can't forget that. But for the parents as well as for the children, to try to get our headset going into that kind of place, to prepare us for some of the changes that are going to be coming along. So who on some particular days or moments during the day don't feel like they need a little motivation to A, finish a project, get started on a new project, or just to get our lives in order? You know, when Sandy was just talking about fall and all of that, that's a whole switch for so many of us, you know, whether we're farming and getting our harvest in, wood, you know, there's so many, our lives are so diverse here that I'm sure we could all use a little bit of motivation in that. So it actually acts to support us and to help like rediscover some of the feelings. If, you know, I know I've been talking to people almost every day. There's a lot of hopelessness and despair and all these different feelings coming up for people. So my number one that I say to people is, it sounds like you need a little motivation. And they said, yes. I said, well, where is your oil? They said, in the closet. I said, well, that's a fine and dandy place for it. Get it out, put it in your pocket, keep it in your sack or wherever you need it. Our oils do not work if we're not using them. Novel idea, right? So, you know, if we need to reassure confidence or courage that is needed in any particular day, go grab your Motivate. It's a combination of peppermint, think of that, clementine, uplifting, coriander, basil, melissa, as my earring drops out, rosemary, all just really scrumptious, delicious smells and blends, you know? So if you want to get rid of the discouragement, the stagnant, the gloomy lack of feelings, we have the solution. Once again, does everybody have Motivate, by the way? No. Raise your hands. No, Crystal, are you kidding? So I really encourage you because it's one of our very special oils this week. So if you need motivation, encouragement, feelings of hopefulness, energized, and confidence, this would be your blend. So the other one, and I've actually needed this particular blend a lot this week. I've been dealing with some issues with my mother being transferred to a nursing home, which is extremely distressing to me. So I've been using a lot of the stronger blend. I haven't got it in the oil yet, so I've been using the ones from the kids kit. And it adds to not only emotional strength, but physical strength. And the ingredients are cedarwood, listia, frankincense, rose. Oh my goodness, I just love the rose, you know? So it helps with feelings of rejuvenation and setting healthy boundaries. Who in this group or anywhere doesn't need to set some healthy boundaries in our lives? I think we all have them in so many different areas, you know? So it's been really good for me to have this oil to think about, particularly during this week, with all this going on, like I said, with my mom, you know? So I look at it really as a protective blend, you know? So we can look at it from a physical blend. If we feel like we have a cold coming on or something like that, and you just need more of that physical support, certainly it would work awesome on that level. And then if you just feel like you need that protective blend, and when I look at the word protective, it can be all the ways around. Sometimes we have toxic people in our lives, and we just have to set that boundary I spoke of a second ago. That stronger oil, because of the properties, and again, don't forget to always go to your Modern Essentials book, because we have each one of these oils that breaks down exactly what's in it to support us on every level. And, you know, as a family practitioner, I look at health as mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional. That's the totality of who we are. We can't separate any of those 4 aspects of who we are when we're looking at health. So stronger, again, if you need it for that physical sense. A lot of people seems to be having summer colds right now, which is interesting. But if you need that teacher to draw on strength from that divine, it urges the individual to that strength and that internal fortitude of self-love and love for others, you know? So the DIY that Sophia and I did is we did the doTERRA body butter, and Roxanne has that recipe for everybody, so don't worry about writing it down. But we added shea butter, coconut oil, and fractionated coconut oil. So my thought in this DIY was to add the stronger oil. And if you have somebody in your life that needs that blend, just take their hands, rub it into their hands. If it's an older person, you know, or anybody, not an older person, I was thinking my mom, or your grandkids or kids at night, take this beautiful body butter and just massage it into them. So like I said, I didn't get that oil yet in my package. Sophia and I put lemongrass. So whoever wins my giveaway today is going to get this beautiful container of the body butter, the whipped body butter with lemongrass in it. Now, I did add some vitamin E oil in it just to help with the preservative in it, because I made a good size container of it. And actually we 4 times this. I'm from a big family, so you never do a half a cup of anything. Always big, 4 cups. So we made a whole lot of it. And I put it in the refrigerator, and I actually added 2 tablespoons of organic arrowroot powder, because when I was whipping it up, it wasn't whipping up real good. So I would encourage with this recipe to add the arrowroot powder, and then it whipped up beautifully. And you'll see in my video, because I had my darling Sophia whipping it. Now, Sophia, could I see your arm, please? So this is the body butter. This is my arm, my model. And this is how beautiful it goes right in. It's very soothing. I also find that thank you, Sophia, that the arrowroot powder will help it be less greasy. So sometimes these body butters can be a little greasy, but even applying it, it feels a little greasy, but it absorbs into the skin absolutely beautifully. Now, remember, in any of your body butters like that, or any of our products, if you're using the citrus oils, they're photosensitive. So if you're going to be going outside and you love the orange, don't put it on your bare skin unless you like a sunburn. But we in doTERRA have an after sun lotion if you need that recipe, if it happens, if you forget. No, we don't want anybody to get a sunburn. But anyways, I hope you all enjoy this recipe. It's fun, and somebody had their granddaughter with them. Make it with the grandkids. Pass this knowledge on how to make our own healthy recipes, because why buy something from the store that's going to be toxic to our bodies? We're here for wellness. We're here to educate each other and help each other in our joy toward being a centurion. And with all of that, I hope you all have an incredibly blessed day. I'm going to turn it over to our wonderful Roxanne, and thank you all for listening, and feel free to ask any questions after.
Thank you so much, Sandy and Marie. And Marie, I can't remember if you said Motivate is free this month as our free product of the month, with orders, LRP monthly orders, reward orders that go in by the 15th. You don't have to do anything with the Motivate. They just gift it to you and it comes right in your package. So nice to know that they care about us and will gift us something that good. So I thank you again, ladies. And so again, like Marie said, I will be sending out a follow-up email as soon as I can get it, all loaded up and everything. I'll be sending that out with our DIY recipe details and some key information that I think people could possibly miss while they're watching this replay. And of course, the replay link will be in that follow-up email, so you don't need to be taking notes. So I want to remind people too about our hair care challenge. Our hair care challenge is this month between August 15th and September 15th. I wanted to make sure people had enough time to get their new hair care products. And I personally have started using them. And the way that you'll do the hair care challenge is you can either email me a picture of your hair before you start using the new products. And then you can also email me your reviews as you're going along through the month, what you're thinking of the products specifically. And then by like September 16th or so, if you can send me a photo of your after using the new hair care products. So we're going to get a before and after picture. And you can also post these things, the reviews and the pictures, right in our Facebook team page called Roxanne's doTERRA Family, which I encourage everybody to check periodically, because the latest announcements and special things like giveaways throughout the month happen on that page. So it's worth checking in and putting your notifications so that you don't miss those things. You can do it there or through email if you don't like to do Facebook. And for me, what I've noticed three things with the hair care so far. I love the slight cooling effect it gives my head. It's very slight, and it's got a beautiful scent, both the shampoo and the conditioner. And I can use the conditioner. I'm so excited. I could never use the previous formulation of conditioner because it always straightened out my curls, but this one seems to maintain my curls. And also, it doesn't ever leave my head itchy at all. So if anyone has an itchy scalp, this is going to be a really worthwhile little experiment for you to try. Now, my next thing I want to talk about would be the On Guard Back to School Essentials Collection. This is going to be perfect this month, where we are all transitioning back to school, back to needing to mask inside. I know my Y is back to masking even while we're working out. because of the uptick of new cases of the virus. And so we want to be safe, and we want to especially protect those kiddos who aren't even old enough to get a vaccine, or for people who choose not to get the vaccine for whatever reason, maybe medically they can't do it, or whatever. But by using the On Guard products, and this collection has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 products in it, and it's only $50. So you get 2 On Guard hand washes. You get a nice decorative dispenser. You get a box of 20 On Guard wipes, and you get 3 of the sanitizers, as we call them lovingly, sanitizers. So it's a little mister that sprays any surface, and especially your hands, to keep you as healthy as possible. I have a phrase I want you to remember. I want you to remember this because it's important. It's called competitive inhibition. I just learned about it a couple of weeks ago, and I learned about it from our way upline person, Rebecca Hinsey, who was at the Big Diamond retreat that they have for the high up ranks in doTERRA. And she learned about it directly from our head of the biochemistry department at doTERRA, Dr. Nicole Stevens, who is brilliant. She's a mom. She is just a brilliant woman. And she says that the specific receptor cells in our body where this virus that we're all so nervous about and having to react to attaches will not attach if we are already having enough eucalyptol, which the chemistry name is 1,8-cineol, 1.8-cineol. It's a big chemical constituent that is present in eucalyptus. It's present in rosemary, peppermint, On Guard, tea tree, and basil. Those are the key oils that contain eucalyptol. So the trick is having enough eucalyptol in our bodies at all times so that that virus cannot have a place to attach. And that is really what I believe has kept me so well these last 7+ years, because I haven't gotten a cold or a flu or pretty much anything bacterial, fungal, viral in 7+ years. So think about that. Think about the ways that you can take advantage of competitive inhibition to protect you and your loved ones by having the hand wash, the On Guard hand wash. So frequently you're dosing your body a tiny bit throughout the day. I know right now, since the ramp up with the mask, return of masks, I am returning to my twice daily use of the On Guard soft gels. Also, I drink peppermint in my water throughout the day. And I use tea tree on my feet and my toes every day. So think of ways that you might be able to competitively inhibit your body to keep that virus away. And it's going to keep more than just that virus away, by the way. And I even will use the On Guard in a mug of warm water like a tea. So there are lots and lots of options. And if you need any more ideas, certainly they can be found on any of our business pages between Sandy, Marie, and myself, as well as the doTERRA site. And I also would encourage you to even use it internally through foods. Like yesterday, I made apple nachos, and my apple nachos were sliced apple soaked in about a cup of okay, Maria, I'm not sure how I can get that specifically from Rebecca, but I know she's been telling us on her team pages and things. But you soak the apples for about a half an hour in water and a drop of On Guard. Then you warm up a little bit of your favorite nut butter, add another drop of On Guard to that. And then when the apples are soaked, I pat them dry, and then I either drizzle, or in my case yesterday, because I overcooked my nut butter, it came out crumbly, I sprinkled it over my apple pieces, and it tasted great. Either way, it tasted great. So then I also sprinkle that with chia seeds. So it's a wonderful, healthy snack for you or the kids, and you're getting that On Guard internally. If anybody got the July BOGOs, which I liked because I used 8 out of the 12 oils every single day. That's part of my daily routine. So for me, that was a really good BOGO. If you got the BOGO and had not gotten the BOGO ebook from doTERRA, put it in the chat and I will make sure and send that to you. So the BOGO ebook for July, that included the Immortelle, the frankincense touch, the Purify, and so forth. This month also, we have another opportunity besides the harvest spice and the stronger being as supplies are limited. We also have a little twin pack of 2 mandarins, and one is the red mandarin, which I happen to have. I can't find my yellow mandarin. I don't know where it is in this house, but it's somewhere in this house. Those 2 small bottle oils of 83 drops each are $20 wholesale, and 100% of that cost goes to the Healing Hands Foundation. The red mandarin is really good for, and these are oils we cannot normally get, just like the stronger pure oil as well as the harvest spice. We normally cannot get these. So when we have these specials, it's nice to be able to take advantage of their availability. But the red mandarin is quite unique in that it helps skin issues like acne, oily skin, wounds. It's very good for anything digestive like IBS, colic, bloating, gas, hiccups, etc. It's great for coughs, congestion, wrinkles, age spots, scars, stretch marks, infections, nervousness, hyperactivity, and it will help us build resistance. So that's the red mandarin, quite a heavy hitting oil, obviously. And if you notice, I sprinkled in there some real disease disorder names. We are allowed to do that when we're dealing with a private situation. Like if I'm dealing with somebody one-on-one, or I'm dealing with them in a class in my home, or like this is a private Zoom, this is not out for the world to see. So we can talk honestly about what our oils do in those situations. When we're dealing with social media where it can fly around the world in a heartbeat, we cannot do that. We have to be compliant. So instead of IBS, I would talk about lower GI distress. You know, that's just a different way to word things. It means the same thing if you can read between the lines, but it's just a rule that the FDA has on companies like doTERRA. Now, the yellow mandarin is very good for soothing the nervous system. So they're both really great for that. So for calming, and it will support healthy immune response, which of course we can use at this time. It promotes digestion and cleansing. Now, clinical research shows that limonene, which is a key chemical constituent of both the mandarins, and the red mandarin comes from the very ripe mandarin peel. The yellow mandarin comes from a partially ripe mandarin peel. But that limonene is really good for supporting healthy metabolism and cell function, as well as giving us an energizing and uplifting environment. And so when you need an atmosphere that is positive and cheerful, you can diffuse yellow mandarin easily. And so both are 5 milliliters, so that means 83 drops, and $20. And of course, our Healing Hands Foundation, we can help them all year long by donating $1 when we submit our orders, just check off that little box on your order page, and you're helping the Healing Hands Foundation help people all over the world, which will do things like building clinics, health clinics. They help combat human trafficking. They help build rehab centers for kids who are coming out of that kind of situation. And for adult, I'm not sure about adults, but I know for kids, they have those rehab situations for them. They also help build schools and water systems and other things that you and I take for granted, really. But they are helping people all over the world with that charitable arm of doTERRA, which I absolutely love. And so I'm wondering who else here knows another way that we can also help Healing Hands Foundation. I've been doing this for a few years now, and I'm wondering if anyone else knows about it. It is called shopping at Amazon through the Smile. I'm not sure if it's foundation. I know when I put it in, I put smile.amazon, and part of everything I purchase through Amazon gets kicked back to the Healing Hands Foundation. There are a couple more things that I did want to mention too before we open it up for questions. But I'm wearing a shirt. I don't know if you can all see it or not, but it's a Silver Club graduate t-shirt. And that is a special little program for people who would like to either kick off or rejuvenate their business in doTERRA. And the deadline for that program happens to be this Tuesday. I can get you a link to that, but there is a link, I believe, in the Roxanne's doTERRA family on that. Maybe not. I'll have to get you the link. But it's on the Happiness Happens Facebook page. I know that. And so the Silver Club program will give each person who meets the qualifications each month 100 reward points, which is kind of nice. That's $100 worth of oils. And they also have some neat prizes, like winning some trainings where you go out to doTERRA and kind of get these private tours of the campus and kind of get the inside view of doTERRA. So anyway, if you want more information to check that out, just let me know in the chat, or you can privately message me. And one other big thing is we have our doTERRA annual convention, and it's called Evolve this year. And I know they'll be talking, I just know they'll be talking about this competitive inhibition. I just know it because it's in my heart. I know they're going to be talking about it. It's a big deal. And so you can hear the science, the latest products. You can be one of the first people to get the latest products. You can hear lots of inspirational and informative information from doTERRA and about our wonderful oils. So if you want to save $60 on the convention registration, that post is on Roxanne's doTERRA family. And I know Sandy and I will be watching the convention online, I think here at my house. I'm pretty sure that's our plan. And we would love to invite any of you to also register for convention. And again, you get the latest, and you can always refer back to your online viewing, your live streaming, or the recordings, I think up through the end of October. That's what happened last year. So it's well worth it if you like to learn, and you like to be empowered by your knowledge. So, and I've also told you at the front of this presentation, our next fun Zooms will be Saturday, September 11th and Saturday, October 2nd. So if you want to put those in your calendar, that would be great too. And so convention, I believe, is it's the 8th through the 11th, although I don't think the presentations start until the 9th, 10th, 11th. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's the 8th or the 9th through the 11th. But it's always great information. And I personally love to see it online because then I can take screenshots of important things that I don't want to forget, that I can always refer back to on my computer. So has anybody else gotten into that smile.amazon and to be another way to contribute to Healing Hands. Has anybody ever done that? Now's a good time for people to unmute if you would like to make a comment or have any questions answered, okay?
Roxanne, I just wanted to mention as well, that going back to the free Motivate, I always think of this when I look at folks on my team who have a ship date after the 15th. If you hear about one of these special free oils and you decide, you know what, I really would love to get that this month, you can always go into your loyalty rewards order and do your order. As long as your order is 125 PV or more, you can click process now any day of the month. You don't have to wait until your ship date and miss out on the freebie. So if that sounds good to you, today's, I think, the 7th, you've still got a week to go in and do your order and click process now, and you'll get that added free to your order. So just an FYI for people to remember.
Great reminder, Sandy. Thank you.
You can always change your ship date so that you never miss out. Like if you put it at the 13th to the 15th, then you'll never miss out on the free product by accident, by not processing order, by processing early. Sorry about that. My tongue isn't working right today. There's got to be an oil for that. And Patsy asked in the chat, you mentioned a group of oils that have eucalyptol. Would it give extra protection to mix them all in a roller bottle or spray bottle with fractionated coconut oil? It's not going to hurt you. It's definitely not going to hurt you. I would put probably in a 10 milliliter roller, I would put between 15 and 20 drops, at least of the eucalyptus, and then you can add other oils to it. I know I just made a roller for my husband's hip pain, and I put 4 oils in that, 15 drops each. So you can decide how many drops you want to put, but generally for a 10 milliliter roller, the ratio should be around 20 drops to go with that topping off of the fractionated coconut oil. At least minimum would be a 20 drop, would be a kind of like a 10% dilution. Let me see what else we've got for questions, if we've got.
Well, and I'll just add while you're looking, Roxanne, there's quite a bit of research that's coming out about pine bark and some of our tree oils, Doug fir and those, to put in rollers. And I have some research, if anybody would like it, to help with the ill effects of the spike proteins that are coming off of the vaccines. So it's kind of a protection in that. It's fabulous research that one of them in particular was pine bark, which we at doTERRA don't have yet. But I know somebody actually made me a roller bottle with all of the other bark oils and sent it to me and put mom on it, which is so cute.
Nice.
So for added cellular protection as well, in a different way than what you're speaking of, Roxanne, but I think it still adds to cellular support, which is all about our immunity with all of these, whether it's the common cold, flu, whatever it might be.
That's great. Thank you. And Barbara, were you going to say something?
I just had a question. It's not on anything that you've talked about today. It's about last month. The TerraShield, the new blend. I'm not seeing any difference on the label to differentiate between the old TerraShield and the new TerraShield, other than having to put my glasses on and a flashlight to try to read the tiny little print of the ingredients. Is there something that I'm missing on them to differentiate? Because I don't want to mix the old and the new blends.
That's repellent blend.
Correct.
Right. And the oils are totally different between the two.
I know
blends.
they are. That's why I'm asking, because the label is not.
And you don't have the new repellent blend.
I do.
Okay, I guess I'm confused. You have the new repellent blend, but you don't have the new repellent blend.
No, I have old TerraShield repellent blend and I have the new blend. Right now, I'm keeping them in two totally different areas of my storage. But my fear is if they get mixed, how am I to differentiate? Because there's nothing on the label that's different.
They should be different, Barbara.
Yeah,
They are different. I've
All right,
got two
I'll look at it again. Maybe I'm missing something on it.
bottles. Yeah, two different labels. And I'm wondering if you got what you think was the new one, but just before it came out.
Well, didn't they send everybody the free one on a, the one that we all got last month? Wasn't that, was the product of the month? Wasn't that the free one? Wasn't that the new blend?
Yeah, it should
Yeah.
be the new.
Yeah, okay. All right, thanks. Sorry to bother you.
No, you didn't bother. That's not a problem. Other people may have had the same question. And I see in the chat, you wrote about green mandarin, and green mandarin is an awesome oil, by the way, and it is not photosensitive. And it's a super oil. I'm trying to think, I think it's super for liver support. Let me just double check though. Liver and kidney detox. It's very good for sluggish bile flow. Very good for acne, oily skin, wounds, scars, skin and breast cancer, depression, agitation, nervousness. If you need to do some inner child work, very good for situational anxiety, gas, sluggish digestion, constipation, heartburn, and ulcers, circulation, congested lymphatic system, water retention, and it will help a person go from feeling distressed to feeling carefree. That's green mandarin. So it looks like those mandarins are really top-notch oils. For
yeah.
Sure. I'm looking through the Zoom to see about any other questions.
Roxanne?
Yep.
See, I've already got them all mixed up. I put the wrong ones in the wrong places. You're right. One says outdoor blend and one says repellent. I
Right.
do apologize. Thank you.
EPA gave us permission to literally be able to call it a repellent. And that's one reason why the change in the generic name. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so the repellent is the new one. All right, thanks. Sorry.
Don't you dare be sorry.
No problem. Never be afraid to ask questions.
So looking ahead to our next month, where we're going to be meeting on the last day of convention, even though we won't have any of the new products in hand, we'll probably have some great information. So that's going to be a really fun meeting. And then in October, we'll actually have gotten our convention kits and we can more depth on it. But I'm pretty excited about that because it's always fun to see what doTERRA's been working on for the last year or so to add to our list.
And it looks like there's going to be a whole lot of new products. And supposedly they're coming out with a new line. And people have been guessing right and left, what can this new line be? Could it be a man's line? Could it be a makeup line? I don't think it'll be makeup because I'm pretty sure people have quoted Emily Wright saying there'll never be a makeup line, but I'm not really sure. I have no idea, but I'm excited myself. So, and we'll at least be able to share with you some important information, even though we can't physically show you the products yet. But we'll have them for sure by October 2nd. Okay, and I'm hoping I'll have it for my live the following week after convention. All right, when is it a good time to start? Christy's asking about post-surgery. She had a surgery a week ago, and when is a good time to start doTERRA detox post-surgery. And Marie is saying now, absolutely. Yeah, definitely start it right as soon as you can. I started mine, well, I tried to, but my hip surgeon wouldn't let me, but I think I snuck in some Zendocrine because I wanted to get that anesthesia out of me and the meds they gave me and all that stuff. I wanted to clear that out. And so as long as you've got permission and you're not going to be, I don't think you'd be hurting yourself anyway, because honestly, I had been in touch with a orthopedic surgeon before my own surgery, and he said everything was fine to use except wintergreen and birch before surgery. So I personally thought I'd be fine, but I was dealing with two men that I couldn't get around, my husband and the orthopedic surgeon who did operate on me. So anyway, definitely hit yourself hard, Christy, with lemon in your water for detoxing as well. If you got the Zendocrine products, those will really be a big help too. Do we have any other questions or thoughts before we sign off?
Well, Sophia has made a cup with the names for our giveaway, and she would like to draw a name live for her very hardworking body butter, if that's okay, Miss Roxanne.
Absolutely.
Okay, Sophia, get in here so they can see your face. Close your eyes, no peeking in the cup. Okay, drum roll, please, for the, oh my gosh. She pulled her mother's name, Sadie.
Is Sadie on here?
No, but she stood in her spot.
Oh.
So pick another one since we made so many. That's so funny. Okay. And it starts with the C. She said, Christy.
Yay, Christy.
Hey, Christy, I'll pop some in the mail to you. And so my last bit of piece would be, so remember that individuals that live from their center of truth always are living their strongest. So go back to my stronger oil, but when we're living in that truth on all levels, no matter what hits us, we're going to be stronger. Blessings to you all today.
Thank you, Marie. Sandy, do you have any parting words, or does anybody else have a question or a thought? Oh, did we lose Sandy?
Looking forward to next month. It's always fun seeing your faces.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you all for
Thank you,
joining us.
Marie. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Bye.
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 Thank you.
Enjoy your August.
Bye, everybody.
You too. Thank you.
Okay.